Well, welcome to March, and it is March 3rd. I woke up this morning at I think it was like 3:24, something like that. I was able to get outside at 3:33, sit there and watch the eclipse happen and the blood moon. What really sucks, so I get out there at 3:33. So it was March 3rd, so 3 at 3:33 on 2026. Was able to sit there in my chair. I got my binoculars and stuff. That I use when I'm hunting. I'm just hanging out. And then clouds come and covered the sun bitch up, and it's frustrating. But they finally moved. It was really, really cool. Really cool view. They will sit there, get some shots. And it was kind of just a good moment. Now we've seen red moons before. It's not the first one. If this is the blood moon of Revelations, then I at least got to see the ushering in of maybe the apocalypse. Who knows? Ultimately, all I know is the world that we're living in today, pretty screwed up. We knew it was pretty bad, but we're learning a lot about how bad it is. There's not a lot that you and I can do at the moment. What we can do, there's something that's very, very easy to do. How are you treating the people around you? That's the question. You're treating them with respect. Are you caring for other folks? You taking care of your clients? You taking care of your referral sources? You thinking about them more than thinking about yourself? Because the more you think about them, the more everything just gets taken care of for you. You got to understand those principles. So that was just the thought today. It's been interesting these last few weeks. I've had some great opportunity to really reflect and dig deep on what we're planning on doing here and how we're going to help those who we work with. And we've got some big things coming, guys. Speaking of things, right? That if you haven't gotten it, get it. Red Economics, go to your Amazon, get that puppy. Also, these are there too. You can actually just look at the ebooks online. You get them directly from. You can get the PDF version ebooks off my website, quitjerkingoff.com. If you want to just read those that way. Otherwise, support it. $7 a piece. Great information. The only problem with these, when these were written, it was actually supposed to be one bigger book. I broke it up, ship them out differently so I can get these cool covers on each one. I actually very, very happy with how these covers turned out. This was actually my favorite of all of them. Freaking love how that book turned out. Actually, this one was really damn good too. But I went and took what I thought there and just went crazy with this and put all the artwork in it. So get that. If it's worth 5 stars, please 5-star it. Had some really, really awesome, Kirkus reviews. Come to find out, I didn't realize how badass they were. I know people that follow reviewers and like, you got that good a review from Kirkus, and I was in their magazine, which, come on, guys. Absolutely cool stuff. So thank you for those who have purchased. Thank you for those who are going to purchase. Thank you for those who are watching. I think we went more than 46 on this last one. We're got to crawl all this back out of obscurity. But today, let's talk about what's happening in the market and what's going on with rates here. Since everybody thought the market was going to go completely apeshit if Trump did anything with Iran, and then they did, and then really nothing happened. Not a whole lot of movement, but we did see some pretty negative movement yesterday in the bonds, and then today, some interesting stuff happened. So let's take a look here at these mortgage-backed securities, and you can see what we're talking about here. So yesterday, we saw a lot of sell-off, and then overnight, a lot of selling off overnight, where we opened way low, and we came up. We closed the gap. All these gaps have to close. See, look at closed. It always closes gaps. Now, whether it happens immediately or over a couple of days, gaps do close. But the gap is closed. If you look at it right here, these candlesticks closed the gap, and then it went back down and retreated. We are back in the territory I've been talking about. This all here is all having to do with quantitative easing, and talk about quantitative easing. Everything out here is the actual price and the actual value of the security. Move this up a little bit here so it's touching that yellow line. Because that's just for shading. That's all that is, that blue line. So this is our value down in here, guys. While we're speaking of quantitative easing, while people are thinking quantitative easing is the right thought process, but not until we have an effective plan to start quantitative easing will it get up here and play up here. So this gap down, in my opinion, has a lot to do with the value of the security more so than anything else. There's really not a whole lot of other news other than what happened with the attacks on Iran. Now, there is speculation that because of what's going to do with oil prices, right? We have the Straits of Hormuz that's been blockaded. but we also have Venezuelan oil that we've got to be able to take care of that oil issue. So I can't speak to all that. There's a lot more going on there that we're probably going to find out over time, but I truly believe a lot of it has to do with this is the value of the security. We only had one real release that was yesterday. It was ISM Manufacturing Index. It was slightly down from forecast. It was pretty flat from the prior. Prior was 52.6. It's actually 52.4, so not far off of that. The S&P Global Manufacturing PMI, it came in slightly higher than the prior, from 51.2 to 51.6. So those things, I don't know that they'd have that they would create this impact. A lot of it has to do with geopolitics. A lot of it has to do with what's going on with Iran, and I think most importantly, it has to do with the value of the security. When you look at it from that perspective and where that value is, we've been on a run and we steamed out. Aaron Chapman opinion, we steamed out. We're going to play around in here for a bit. So if you were hoping to get up here and your lender saying we're going to continue this battle upward, I don't think they are taking this into consideration when they're talking to you. That's just my thoughts. Aaron Chapman isn't always right, but in this, we've been fairly right all along. So that's where I'm going to stand on that one. Appreciate you guys. We'll see what brings us over the week. So we'll talk more about this on Friday and see how it ends up. Maybe it might get back up in that spot. It might stay where it is right now. I'm thinking it's going to stay where it's going to be in this area down underneath that 101.50 is where that situation is. So that's where I believe we're going to hang. And if it's different than that, we'll see. Appreciate you. Yeah, get it.